All right. Lead in. One, two, three. Welcome to the starting of a podcast. I am your host, Edward Sheldon, aka Dark Logos, and this is the show where we look at the strategies, tactics, and mechanics behind the game of heroclix. Y'all might be thinking to yourselves, man, Dark Logos, you said we're going to get a ton of show love, and it didn't happen. Then you drop off the map and don't put up the blog post for about a week. What happened? What happened? What's going on? Are you alive? I am alive. I just got caught up by a bunch of different stuff that's going on here at the house. And also trying to get some employment. So you sort of get focused in on certain things over other things. Anyway, you're probably thinking to yourself, what is today's show about? Well, here's the thing. Initially, I had recorded a show. I thought that the information that I presented was accurate at the time because they put up the ruling on mind control and team dials. And come to find out, my understanding of that was wrong. So I'm here in post-production. Then Megalotus Man sends me a link saying, looky here at this. So it's a bit confusing because what Necromagia cites and then what another rules arbiter says, I feel it's a bit conflicting. So I don't know what to really do about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to table it. So what I did is I cut out all of the previous things about me ranting about how bad the ruling is in making solo adventure replacement characters. I just cut that out. I kept the fear itself analysis and some other ramblings periodically throughout the show. So it might feel a little bit disjointed, but that's why. I'm pretty much taking one show, chopping out a good chunk of it, and then saying, here, y'all, this is what I had. This is what's left. Not the best of quality assurance, I know, but I I couldn't put out the show knowing that the information at the first literally 30 minutes was bad. So sort of forgive me with that. Other content is coming. I just need to get the stuff together. And yeah, I just need to get the stuff together. Anyway, that's it. I will now let you listen to that which is left. Because I love y'all. Let's do it. We're going to go through all the characters except the prize support and the Blitzkrieg. So 1 through 33. Okay, that's what's up. All right, Thule Priest. Why is he good? Cheapo wildcard. Indio Prob. Why does this suck? He's 3 clicks. Can this be interesting? Yes, and shenanigans are going to happen. Why is that? Well, if we look at the Relic Guardian, it would allow you to get +1 to your roll to pick stuff up, which makes Brother Voodoo really happy picking up Dr. Octopus Arms, or Doctor Strange picking up Eye Agamotto, or, any number of other effects where you have to roll. While I do hate the idea of the rolling thing, this becomes really broke strong when you start combining Thule Priest, special objects on your team, and Dead Worthy. Yes. That's when Thule Priests are your friend. There we go. Next up, Asgardian Troll. No other point in this game other than to just take a hit and be a ball carrier. Perfect ball carrier, 25 points. Best ball carrier in the game. And again, ball carrier, what is that? Someone who picks up an object and runs around with it, such as Kryptonite. He is our new QB. New QB for HeroClix. Asgardian Troll. Big up to him. Next up, Monkey King. Dude, when the phrase, a barrel of monkeys for fear itself, that's pretty much it. It's a barrel of Monkey Kings. If you do not pick up a Monkey King in your pack or don't see 15 of them around you, you're not playing Fear Itself properly, because there's a bazillion of them suckers. They populate and breed inside of the packs, I think. I think I saw one pack with 2 Monkey Kings and 6 figures. That's how many Monkey Kings there are. Overall, 45 points, a good dial length. He has some survivability. You know, clicks 3 and 4, mainly click 3, are like, yay, we're here. And the fact that he's a 45-point taxi, that's pretty cool too. But other than that, yeah, Monkey King, whatever. Going on, Prodigy. Prodigy can use leadership as if he was 300 points, but only succeeds on a result of a 6. That sort of sucks on leadership. But for him to be able to take as many tokens off, I mean, be able to just say like, hey man, I take tokens off, is awesome. Now where it pisses me off at is he has slingers and he is the only slinger. Now, here's where it gets worse. We got technically all of the slinger characters in Amazing Spider-Man, except the fact that Dusk is technically a she in the Slingers comic. And I know because I read it as a teenager. Okay, not only that, sirs and madams listening, for us to get future Slingers, by the time we get them, he's going to be retired. Okay, so yeah. Unless they make a Fast Forces. I would like to see that. But no one would buy it except me. And maybe Will Holland. Will Holland will buy it. Yeah, high five, Will Holland. Next up is Valkyrie. Okay. Not normally would get my 130 points. Can she be really aggressive with at the side of the sling? Oh yeah. Like yeah, really aggressive. Now, I would also tell you this. If you want to like ghetto TK Valkyrie, let me tell you how. You get a Pog. And you move that Pog up on turn 1. Just, outside your opponent's shooting range, but, right on that cusp. The next turn, move the Pog again to KO it. And then Valkyrie magically appears and says, sword to the face, fool. There you go. The new phrase is adapted because she wields a sword. And charge and flurry and Blaze Claw's Fangs. Oh, well, not charge and Blaze Claw's Fangs, but charge, flurry, or charge blades, or even more so, flurry, Blaze Claw's Fangs. That's beautiful right there. Flurry, Blaze Claw's Fangs. Next up is Red She-Hulk, and she is on my list of characters that, when all is said and done, fear her and play her in a normal game. 400 to 500 points, she fits in that realm. And why is that? Because you get 10 attack and 3 damage or 4 damage with Close Combat Expert. That's why. Have you gotten hit by that Close Combat Expert? I have, and it kills hammer wielders fast, really fast. Like it's crazy fast. Okay, so definitely do not underestimate normal Red She-Hulk. Okay? And you're like, well, Dark Logo, she got hit. And I'm like, yes, she gets hit, and she continues to do damage. She is the stablest heroclix that I have ever seen. You wouldn't think she would have an anger problem, though how stable these numbers are. Okay? Add in Stronger Than Jennifer. When Red She-Hulk uses super strength, when using an object during attack, increased damage dealt by 1. That means a heavy would do 3 and a light would do 2. And oh yeah, I can perplex up my damage still, because damage dealt doesn't count. And I can still crit hit. So yeah, please don't underestimate her. The whole At the end of my turn, I can heal if I have 2 action tokens. That's when you have to be concerned, because she just absorbs damage. That's it. And if you're not paying attention with that outwit, you'll be like, I outwit your invulnerability. Now I have toughness. I outwit your invulnerability. Outwit your toughness. Now I have invulnerability. Ha ha ha. Like it's silly. It's silly. All right. Enough crushing over Red She-Hulk. Also, comic fans, let me know, did Red She-Hulk and Hulk hook back up? Did they get together, talk, think about a relationship again? Or did they, or did pretty much did she just say, like, forget it, I'm a superhero now? I don't know. Let me know. I don't read Hulk. Hulk was never really my character, if you can tell. Going on, Iron Fist, the White Ranger, Tiger Power. I already explained to an extent why he is awesome. Add in Avengers keyword, Defenders keyword, Heroes for Hires keyword, mystical and martial artist. He's just like, man, I am welcome everywhere. In my dimension, other dimensions, I'm just that likable of a guy. Like, that's awesome. Also, add in Master of Kunlun. Improved movement, ignores elevated terrain, ignores hindering terrain, and ignores characters. He's just like, man, I go where I please, and I'll slap you. Freaking region at the end. Like, you play this dude in a normal game. Just play him. Your Avenger teams will be like, man, how did I get by without this guy? Awesome. Going on. Titania. Deep dial. Not quite Red She-Hulk. Not quite Red She-Hulk. But she is awesome because she has proved I'm the strongest woman or man there is. Titania can use super strength. Titania modifies her attack value by +2 when attacking a character that can use super strength. And so compare Red She-Hulk to Titania and you will see directly that Red She-Hulk is a lot better for, 14 more points. Same dial length, way better numbers. If you can't afford those 14 points, Titania, play her. Okay. And then also, I forgot if it was Rob or Jay. Femizons, baby. Femizons. Next, Common Justice. Or whatever, not Common Justice. Next team building. Titania. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Shout outs all around this episode of me rambling. Okay, next up is Sin. Okay, not as good as Old Sin. Old Sin was way better than this chick. She's okay. And her whole thing is, hey, I pick up hammers, baby. That's what I do. And other than that, I don't like it. Leadership and Outwit is okay, but she's 76 points with Skeleton Crew, Hydra, and Serpent Society. Really think about that, people. Will it help you with Hydra? Yes. Serpent Society, not so much. Skeleton Crew, I don't even know who they are. There we go. All right, so this Sin is sort of a dump. Next up is Speedball, and this tech is brought to you by Silent Screen. In our conversations, this has come up. Kinetic Bounce. Speedball ignores knockback damage when Speedball hits with or is hit by an attack. After action resolve, place an acceleration token on this card, and you may place him in any square within his speed value in line of fire. Now, here are some cool things that you need to know about Kinetic Bounce. A, you do not need to deal damage. You can hit a character, pray for a critical miss, and completely run away. Because you have improved movement, ignores hindering terrain, and ignores characters. Next up, you can hit walls. And Keep going. Yes, you can attack a wall with your 2 damage, not break it, and get kinetic bounce. Now, here's why this is interesting. Hit twice as hard as I bounced. Speedball modifies his speed value by the number of acceleration tokens on his card. Now, you get him from doing these attacks. Okay. He modifies his damage value by +1 for every 2 acceleration tokens on this card. Now, here's the awesome thing about this. There is no limit to the number of tokens he can have. Okay. Now, the most benefit is 6, because then he would get +3 to his damage, and then he would already get +3 movement. So, yeah. So, the most that you really want is 6. But the fact is that you are able to ghetto free move all over the place. Pray for like crit hits without even worrying about it. Because you can just break away because I hit you. It's stupid. Now, no, he's 62 points, and you do have New Avengers, and he got over the whole I'm emo penance phase because we have to make things that were happy and fun, hardcore and emo. Yeah, just be glad. Okay, next up is Tyr. Or Tyre. I think it's Tyre. Or Tyre. It's a growl. Shield is just one of the traits. When Tyre has no action tokens, he modifies his defense by +1. Yeah, okay, whatever. Asgardian God. Tyre modifies the damage value of adjacent friendly Asgardians by +1 for close combat attacks. I don't even know why I went to Epic Voice. I just did it automatically. Tyre modifies the damage value of adjacent friendly Asgardians by +1 for close combat attacks. So he's giving Ghetto Energy Shield. Okay. For close combat. Ghetto Combat Reflexes. Okay, cool. Soul of the War God. So did he eat Ares or something? Tyre can use Psychic Blast as if he had a range value of 6. Meh. And when he gets that, he has like 2, and then 3 damage with Close Combat Expert. When he gets that 3 damage, he has no defense to protect his butt. So that's bad. Next up is Heimdall, who is always one of my favorite characters because he always has something of I see you. And he's blind. Anyway, detected by Heimdall, opposing characters that move within 3 squares. Now, no, move within 3 squares. And it has multiple implications with that. Of Heimdall must end their movement unless they begin their movement within 3 squares of him. So you can't just charge up on Heimdall. Okay, but you can shoot him if you have more than 3 squares of range. Next is a special power, the Rock of Asgard. Other friendly characters with Asgardian keyword within line of fire modify their defense value by +1. Wow. That's okay. So you get Tyre and Heimdall together, and you got some major epic defenses going. But 169 points is a bit steep for that support character. Having charge and all that phasing and very limited Blaze Claw's Fangs action. It's a bit frustrating. Perplex, does not make up for 169 points. 9 clicks deep. Now let me end on this. 9 clicks deep. Thank you, WizKids, because he's a hearty fellow then. But without those 9 clicks, he would not be worth a darn cent of his points. If he was 7 or 8 clicks, he would not be worth a darn cent of his points. Anyway, moving on. Next up is Tanaris, which sounds like a dinosaur. Tanarosaurus Rex. Here we go. There is no Thor, only Tarnus. Okay, whatever. This trait is active whenever Tarnus is not on the map. Sorry. Okay, when Tarnus. What? This trait is active even when Tarnus is not on the map. Okay, whatever. You may give Thor any Thor of a higher point or of higher point value not on his starting click a power action to replace him with Tarnus on the same click number. Now, okay, okay, all right. Now, why am I laughing? Why am I laughing? Because for the pure fact that you could just be like, oh well, I just swapped places with my Thor. It's like, hold up, wait, how did that happen? Okay, let's look at it. This trait is active even when Tarnus is not on the map. You may give any Thor of a higher point value not on his starting click a power action to replace him with Tarnus on the same click number. Now, I want to see if they'll allow me, if they're both on the map, to swap places. Also, I would get like the 125 point Thor from Marvel 10 and just freaking like, oh yeah, he's on a not that great click. Tarnus! Boom! Hello, my opponent. You just lost 5 points thanks to me. And I got shape change, fool. What's up? Cudgel, my enchanted weapon. That's a crappy name. You know, Cudgel. My enchanted weapon. Look, is anybody in Asgard have a not enchanted weapon? Maybe like the lowly guys, but I mean anybody that has like magical powers does not have an enchanted weapon? Really? Like how would it suck to be like the one god in Asgard, just like, yes, I made my bow and arrow out of cedar wood. You know, it's like, really? Anyway, Tannis can use barrier and penetrating psychic blast. So if you're looking like you're having problems with let's say lots of damage reduction, be like Tanaris. Did I say Tannis? I said Tannis before. Tanaris, come take the place of mighty Thor with thou shape change and psychic blast and pulse wave. You should see me like I'm waving my hand like I'm the queen or something. Not a queen, the queen. Gotta get it straight, people. Next up is Rizorio Kodo, the guy that ruins all your freaking Fear Itself games because the fool got outwit. Gosh, I hate him for Fear Itself. He ruins all my fun. Getting rid of my imperv. Anyway, he has that same vampiric BS that all the other vampires have, and so they try to make him magically delicious, and it didn't work in that aspect, I feel. Samurai Duel. At the beginning of the game, choose an opposing character. Raizo Kodo modifies his attack value by +2 against the chosen character, and modifies it by -1 against other characters. Which, what it does is just sends him on a collision course against that character for the entire game. And then once that character is dead, you're sort of stuck. Is that and a lot of people forget he has a -1 on his attack for all other characters, which I forgot on many a game. This also applies when he's fully powered up. So his 12 is either a 14 or an 11, and his 11 is either a 10 or a 13. Okay. Now, the tactical concentration, I like it. If Raizo Kodo is not adjacent to an opposing character, he can use Outwit until your next turn. So that's pretty cool. Next up is Atuma. Atuma is okay. I like his Atlantean vision, which allows him to place up to 6 water markers on the map. And they stay there. And he can use super senses while in them. But the big thing that I like about that is you could take one of the Aquamans, and they're like, yeah, I'm in water, dude. I can pop up anywhere. And just like put a water terrain marker underneath like certain characters to start off with. So now they have to come out of water terrain. because there's no limitation. These are not objects; they're terrain. So there's no rule saying you can't put them in your opponent's starting area. On top of that, just imagine this: the team starts to move out, and Aquaman is like, freaking dimension punch, son! Pops out of his water, ends up on the other side of the field, and beats the fire out of all their support. That is awesome. So, I mean, there's other water shenanigans that you can do. I know, like, crap. Who is he? He was from Incredible Hulk. Tiger Shark. He has some. There's a whole bunch of other characters that have like water shenanigans. So yeah, go water shenanigans with the Tuma. Right. Also, he has the characters within 6 range. Within 6 squares and occupying water terrain. Can't be given power actions, which is sort of cool on a water map. But most other maps, unless you like hyper psychic and know that your opponent's going to wind up in that square, and that you're going to move a Tuma there to shut them down. I'm not really feeling it on a normal map. All right. Overall, is he worth his points? He's okay. He's close. Is he better than Titania? Not really. He's like special situation. Now, if you're on a Atlantean team, he's baller. He is real baller. Black Widow, I hate to say it, nothing to see here. Charge and blaze claws fangs and incapacitate and giving action tokens when you use blades. The revert stop click, yay, but I'm not feeling it. Next up is Miss Marvel. Mighty Axe. Just pretty much just range blaze claws fangs. And then on a result of 1 through 3, it's penetrating. Deal a hit target 1 penetrating damage after action is resolved. So you can still do damage, and then be like, yeah, you get 1 penetrating damage, son. That's what's up. So yeah, range blaze claws fangs. You're like, well, she has a 6 range. It's not that awesome. No, son. She has range blaze claws fangs. Do you understand when's the last time we've had range blaze claws fangs? No, when was that, Dark Logos? Avengers. Not Avengers movie, Avengers. And it was on Iron Man, who was way too good to have range blaze claws fangs. And then they made it non-optional. So yeah. And she gets super strength. So yeah. Is this the best Miss Marvel in modern age? I hate to say it, yes. Is she going to be on more Avengers teams than I care to admit? Yes, she will. All right, going on. Iron Fists with the ball and chain. Not really feeling him. Just not. Give me the White Power Ranger. Yeah, give me the White Power Ranger. That one's the better Iron Fist. And he has more stuff. Like, this one flies. Oh, gosh. Yeah, this one flies. And I like the fact that he can be a mini taxi, really. But other than that, I don't like all that close combat expert that he has up front. Here we go. If his mighty hammer and chain, and you would think they would give him like nunchucks or something like that. Not this. Anyway, give Iron Fist a power action. Choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. And your range is 4, so it's not that big of a range. You could charge farther than your range. But anyway, chart range and roll in line of fire. Roll a d6. If the d6 result is higher than the number of squares to that character, you may place that character in a square adjacent to Iron Fist on any result. On any result, you may then make a close combat attack. That's sort of dumb because if, let's say, I'm base with somebody, nope, that's not a ranged attack. Never mind. it's a power action to do that. So I could just be like, hey, you over there, you need to come fight me too. Come here to with my 19 combat reflexes defense. With combat reflexes, anyway. So yeah, it can be good, but the fact that you're giving up a close combat expert so that you can act like Scorpion is dumb. Imagine Iron Fist. Is he orange in that outfit? Is he like? Oh gosh, I gotta go dig for it now. Because I have one. Because if he's orange in that outfit, I am so calling shenanigans on that because they just turned him into Scorpion. And then every time if I ever play him, I'm gonna be like, get over here, get over here. I won't do anything else but say like, get over here. Oh gosh, I cannot find my Iron Fist, but I do know he was a preview. Yes, this is how dedicated I am to this. I am willing to talk to you all while I go look up Iron Fist, and so I can get a good picture of him. Oh, come on. All right, here we go. No, he's black. He's in black, but he so almost looks like Scorpion. Almost. Okay, so moving on. Iron Fist, definitely not worth your money. Trade him if someone wants him. And just be like, hey, man, here you go. Are there other Iron Fists he can morph into? Yeah, they're all way better than him on his last 3 clicks. So, all right, Hawkeye. I'm going to just say this. I like Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye with Stunning Blow is ridiculously broken. Without Stunning Blow, he's okay. Other than that, that's it. He's an okay Hawkeye. Nothing I would write home about. And yeah, you can be like, hey man, you can get Thunderbolts on him. And I would be like, I'd rather go with the one from Chaos War because he's cheaper, a lot better, higher starting damage. Starting attack, and just better overall offense. And he's like, but he's got Indomitable. I know that's nice. And it's like he's got Thunderbolts. And it's like, I know that's nice, but I'd rather have the other Hawkeye. Just rather have it. Going on. Red She-Hulk with the big old sword. This She-Hulk is not bad. It's just that the other She-Hulk is way more awesome. And I would say her morphing into the other She-Hulk is actually a good idea. Because then you would know you would get a 10 attack on that morph click. So that's the other thing. And then Mighty Revert, Red She-Hulk. No, I'm keeping the sword. When She-Hulk uses Mighty Revert, the replacement character can use Blaze Claw's Fangs. Now, does a reverted She-Hulk need Blaze Claw's Fangs? Heck no. Heck no, son, she doesn't. But it's sort of scary. Just a little bit. All right, moving on. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a keeper because of Mighty Staff. And that not just the fact you get Psychic Blast, but once per turn when a friendly character within 6 squares rolls a d6 during your turn. So it's not on your opponent's turn, so you can't use super senses and stuff like that, or shape change or imperv because it's your opponent's turn. And the result is 1 through 3. You may have that character re-roll the die. Why is this good? Because it gives you critical miss protection, and you can re-roll that die. It just says whenever you roll a 1. So you will never, as long as he's in range, and it's once per turn. So if you do it the second time, that's on you. You can stop yourself from crit missing. So, yay. Necroid. Necroid, I like him in context. You probably just heard my phone really loud. Um, in context of a water map, and again more Atlantis stuff. And I think with Atlantis keyword and getting enough Atlanteans around him and making him like the hero of the story, I think Necroid could be a high level a threat because he'll have 10 range while he's in water. If you team him up with the other Atuma, you can plot out some sick things on a map. You could just be like, starting here, I'm running shot to here, to there, to there, to there, to there. And you can get all over the map and know you're guaranteed to run a shot to those places and be able to, hit characters. And with five clicks of pulse wave, he's just like, I turned this puddle into a tsunami because I'm magical. And he also has Undersea. When Necroid occupies water terrain, modify his damage value by +1, and his range becomes 10. Oh yeah, so he deals more damage overall. So yeah, this is the character I feel you definitely need to think about carefully. But if you are a Atlantis player, definitely one of your top figures in the future. Next up is Mulk, and I just think he's okay. He's okay. I get to add a token if you're a lower point value than me, and within 4 squares, that's okay. Next off is Greyoff, another okay figure. Doesn't get me excited at all. I fought against him. Now, I will say this. Don't underestimate anyone with a hammer, because they can do damage, okay? I'm not saying that they can't do damage. Are they scary to me if I see them in a constructed game? Nah, not really until they get close. Once they get close, then that's a whole different ball game. Greyoff at 200 points is nice. His 150, I like that deal a lot more. I wish he had charge and not running shot, but that's just me. Next up is Skern, and this is the Pidgeevolved form of Titania. Oh, Pokemon jokes, gotta love it. Anyway, for her to have what she has, I can't really be like, oh wow, she's that awesome. But she's good enough. 450 points. The one thing that does suck about Skern is I think they gypped her because her hammer only gives her charge. And some of the other hammers give their characters like 3 things or 2 things. Like Scotty, she gets a whole bunch of stuff, even though it's repeating. But she gets a bunch of stuff, Scotty's hammer. So Skern's hammer, I don't know on that month. I might be a little disappointed on that character that month. Hammer Collision. I think this is where they try to make it up with Hammer Collision. If Skern is adjacent to a friendly character with the keyword worthy, she can use Pulse Wave as if she had the range of 8. If the character is named Greyoff, her Pulse Wave deals 3 damage instead of 1 when targeting more than one character. Adjacent friendly characters with the keyword the worthy ignore the use of Pulse Wave. So what they did is they sort of said, hey, guess what? Are you on my team? Yes. I'm going to fight with the person that's part of the worthy. Okay. Is adjacent friendly, she can use Pulse Wave. Okay, so as long as she's adjacent to one of her friends, I guess they smacked 2 hammers together and created a Pulse Wave. I guess I don't know. I didn't read the story. And if you're teamed up with Absorbing Man, because I guess they're dating, I guess she got over the Hulk, even though the Hulk made her a baby mama. But yeah, being able to do 3 damage to everybody instead of the 1 is pretty strong. But the investment of Greyoff and Skern together is a 300-point team if you run them if you run Gray off that 150 level. So keep that in mind. Next up is Kurth and Nerd Smash. Yeah, that's right there. Just Nerd Smash, not Hulk Smash, not Juggernaut Smash. That's Nerd Smash because that sucker is going to piss off so many people when you play him. Just throwing him through with the Aim Renegade. Throw on an Aim Renegade or any number of cheap barrier. Heck, Jinx. You're guaranteed to get that off. His whole grab and smash. I get to just wreck your face through blocking terrain. Now, no, he cannot pick up characters bigger than him, and he cannot pick up characters that are flyers. So don't let people think that you can use your Kurth or your Juggernaut to go pick up people of the worthy. You just can't. That power won't go off. Okay. Next up is the Serpent. The Serpent, I feel, is going to be one of those characters that people look at, put aside back in the box, and then don't touch him again. For Asgardian teams, I think he is really good. At 100 points, Power Cosmic, Psychic Blast, 2 damage is not that great. His special power, I am your All-Father now. The Serpent can use Enhancement and Leadership. When he succeeds on a roll for leadership, he may remove an action token from any adjacent character with the Asgardian keyword. So he doesn't care about points. He's just like, whatever, man. Y'all keep fighting this stuff. I'm going to be sitting back here in the cut. The Summon the Worthy to defend me. Give the Serpent a power action. Place up to 2 friendly characters with the worthy keyword. Adjacent to him, those characters can't be given an action this turn. It's pretty much Summon the White. So it's like, or in more simple terms, the bat signal built in. So it's like, homies, come back to me. Yeah. Bam. And he can summon 2 and not 1. So that's pretty cool. So overall, the Serpent, is he a 300-point game-changing piece? Oh, heck no. When you're playing those 2,000-point games and you're like, I feel like a cup of mead and a big hammer in a brawl. Yeah, go Asgard and play the Serpent, if you get him. Next up is Dracula. We had a Dracula. This new Dracula doesn't help. This new Dracula more reflects the Dracula from... Yeah, it just reflects the Dracula from the storyline. And unfortunately, they didn't really do much new with this new Dracula. And on top of that, they made the 2 Draculas around the same point cost. So it's sort of dumb. Like, there's no... I'm going to say this, and then someone's going to be like, man, Dark Logos, you on that stuff again. I like the other Dracula. And I feel that he offers a lot more to a team than this Dracula. I feel that this Dracula, while having better stats, does not give me better powered up clicks that the other Dracula gives me. And you're going to be like, I got a 13 attack and 19 defense. But the other Dracula has hypersonic freaking speed. And you're like, but Dark Logos, you forgot new rules. He has to stop now. Okay. Whoever he hits is dead or almost dead. Okay. And anybody like Dark Logos, wait, he has charge, flurry, stealth. I know. I'm just not feeling it. Okay. So I know someone out there is going to be like, man, I'm going to play that Dracula, this new Dracula. More power to you, man. This is an issue of preference, not necessarily meta. They do exactly the same thing right up to the point where you get to the, oh yes, now I'm drunk on blood, nah ha 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 clicks. All right. Next up is Colossus. If you pulled him, you have pulled a $50 figure. Is Colossus 300-point meta worthy? No. Is he 400-point meta worthy? No. 500? No. 600? No. 700? Getting close. 800? Boom. 800 and above, this Colossus is one of the scariest things on the other end of the field. And here's why. Because you can pack all the other stuff that people will not look at while Colossus goes and maims the rest of their team. That's really it. He defensively, he starts off as strong as you can. He only can be stronger by saying that he had super senses. He has shape change and imperv. Okay, he has improved movement. He ignores hindering terrain, character. He ignores freaking everything. Okay, he ignores everything. All right. Then he's like, I can't stop myself. Colossus can use charge. When he is given an action to use charge, if he has no action tokens and the opposing character takes damage from his attack, after action resolve, he may charge as a free action again. Now, okay, so if I don't have any tokens on me and I hurt the person that I hit, you mean I can go and smack another dude really good? Why, yes, I can. And what if I had the utility belt on me and had flurry? If I charged flurried, wouldn't I be able to charge again after I charged flurried and did a ridiculous amount of damage? Why, yes. So, Dark Logos, you're telling me that if I put the utility belt on Colossus and give him flurry, that he is scarier than Magog? Yes, he's scarier than Magog. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I have in my hands here. If you have this character and you're like, I'm going to put this on eBay, and you're a serious player, I understand. Now, if you need money, do what you need to do. You need money, man. Times is tough out in these streets. Okay? But if you're a serious player and you like some X-Men, you like some mystical, you like a lot of stuff, and you like big point games, don't sell this Colossus. Keep this. He's going to scare people. You don't even have to put a full utility belt on him. You can put a 7-point utility belt on him and just be like, handcuff you. All right, going on. I could, oh gosh, I could just keep going. Going on. Spider-Man. Doing everything a spider can. This Spider-Man is good. He pretty much, goes back to that old Spider-Man that we got from Secret Invasion, I think, which I haven't played for a long time. And, that whole charge flurry, I put a token on you stuff. So, overall, he's good. He can morph into a lot of cool Spider-Mans. So, definitely check that out. Definitely look at the Changing Spectrum Spider-Mans. I would also say go look farther back to Sinister. Bear with me. Now, there's some things in Sinister that are not super awesome, but definitely look at that because you can, in game, just do some crazy stuff. Going on. Wolverine. Why Wolverine? I don't like him. I know people who do. I just don't like him. He doesn't fit the way I play. He has a problem getting in there and doing the damage. Also, if you play him on X-Force, I think his ATA is sort of worthless, which makes his cost inflated if you play him on an X-Force team and you need to play that ATA. I really wouldn't consider this Wolverine. His damage values are okay, and you're asking me to think about Blaze Claw's Fangs with all this 3 damage. And yeah, he has poison, but I'm not feeling it. So overall, if you like them, great. Next up is Null. Null is a 300 points. Play them just to have fun with them and get it out your system. Or let me rephrase that. That's wrong. That's not right. Play Null just to have an affair in which you pick up objects and try to kill things. Make him your one-man team and just be like, yeah, I know I'm probably not going to win this, but this is just for giggles. Okay? Now, on an Asgardian team, that's a whole different story. When you combine Null with the Serpent on an Asgardian team, you can create a what I like to call a butt-whooping paradox. Because your opponents will get hit so hard, they will wonder, how did that happen? Now, you can add on the Asgardian ATA, which says, a character using this team ability can't have its willpower or indomitable countered. A character using this team ability can use willpower on its first click. Now, why is this important? Well, my friends, if we look at Null, if you outwit his first power, then you could then outwit his Indom or Impervious or anything like that. You would want to make as much insurance to make sure that if they have 3 outwits, that they're going to have to burn, burn them on some other character. That going after Null to either get rid of his Indom or trying to make it so that you could take away his Imperv is going to be a heavy investment on their part. So definitely, if you want to have fun, play Null and play the ATA on him. Can I justify it at 300 points? Not really all the time. Big point games? Oh yeah, go ahead, play them. Can he take on Galactus? I don't think so whatsoever, because Galactus is hanging out with Gizmo nowadays. Because Gizmo knows what's up. Anyway, going on. Angrier. It's just, forget it, just Angrier. That's all his name is he's Angrier. I don't even think that they thought that through. Just anyway, with Angrier, you have one of the brokest characters in heroclix because he has charge, steal energy, and regeneration as a trait. This means that on click 2, he can regenerate. On click 3, he can regenerate. On click 4, he can regenerate. Click 5, regenerate. Click 6, regenerate. Click 7, regenerate. Click 8, regenerate. Click 9, regenerate. It's a lot of regeneration. Go into Golden Age, add in auto regen, and all of a sudden you have the most despicable character in all of heroclix. Because he just has perma regen. What you used to have an infinity gauntlet to do in feats now can just be done with feats on Angrier. I think he's sort of BS. Just in general. He's sort of BS. And even more BS is because, okay, he could come in, hit somebody, get hit, and have 2 choices. I can regen, or I can just try to do steal energy and hit somebody and heal. And it becomes even more ridiculous on his perplex clicks. Because he just be like, I got perplex. Okay, I'm going to perplex up my attack. Now I'm going to go charge. And I hit. Oh, now I heal. Now I have, hammer clobbering. Angrier can use close combat expert. When he does and hits, each hit characters are knocked back 4 squares, and you may place a heavy object in the square they occupy. So what I can say is this. I charged up in turn 3. Hit a character. Okay? Turn 4, because we were on turn 3. On turn 4, I can be like, close combat expert, punch you, hammer smash you in the face so bad. Okay, because you're talking 6 damage. All right. You fly back. And then it's like, oh man, what did the magical elf leave me for this holiday season? Oh, it's a beautiful heavy that I didn't really need to do more crazy damage to replace the last one that I had. Angrier, always having +2 damage. That's what his name should be. Always having +2 damage. Okay, so Angrier, is he broken? Yes. If you have one, don't sell him. If you sell him for $100 and make your money fast because he's about worth it. When all is said and done, I think he's going to be a character that's going to be locked around $30 to $40. Is he a 300-point meta character? No. Is he a 400-point character meta character? So it's going to be tough. 500 and higher, he is scary because you can pack all that chewy goodness into him in the wonderful dark granola that is the mutated, magically monstrous thing. There you go. So angrier, whatever, is the last character. I'm not going to look at Loki or Scotty or Captain America. And that's prize support and extra stuff. I will say this. Make sure you do, please do. And I'm not saying this for WizKid's sake. And I'm not a person that's out there that's like, yeah, go and waste money. Buy the Fear Itself mini pack because them pogs are worth it. Now, here's the other cool thing. If you have some friends and you per se don't want Scotty or Captain America, but you do want those pogs, a little birdie told me that pogs and bystander tokens and everything that is in that fashion operates in print and play. So if you got a scanner and laid out all of your tokens and happen to print them out to play them in a game, it's really not much that your judge can say because bystander tokens are print and play. So, yeah. Just don't abuse that one too much, kids. All right. Another thing. Since we're at the end, and this is Dark Logo's Rambling Show. Hooray! We try to give you one of these every so often. I think like a while ago, I posted some teams that could fight the Justice League until the Justice League people figured out, what to do. What's cool, sort of going back to what I talked about almost an hour ago, is that once you pop off characters on a team base, that character cannot take an action, which means the dark side with the utility belt, making sure that you have the radar scanner and a ton of pogs is back on top of the meta, because if you pop off Cyborg cannot energy explode that turn, and if you see that Cyborg is popped off while the opponent has 2 action tokens, Cyborg has 2 action tokens. If the Cyborg is popped off while the opponent has 1 action token, Cyborg has 1 action token. Whoever they pop off can never have 0 action tokens. They will always have to have 1 or 2 action tokens. This means for Darkseid that you need to kill freaking or outwit either the Justice League or really outwit the energy explosion on Cyborg. But first, try to shoot and kill Cyborg because he has like 3 clicks and Darkseid has like 5 damage. And game. Literally game. Because the Justice League can run around all they want and try to pick off pogs, and that's fine. Once Darkseid sets up on his position, he can shoot anywhere he wants to. Why is that? Because the Justice League wants an open map. They always want an open map. Or any other team base, they always want an open map. Now, if they try to say like, oh, look, here's walls and all this other stuff, then they're eating up actions to run away, and they only get 1 move action, and it also restricts their range. So you can't just be like, yeah, I range combat expert you, and now I'm going to move and move again. You can't do that. And Darkseid has the movement to try to catch up with characters. Yes, he can't bring his whole Pog armada with him, but Darkseid Pogs is definitely back in meta. Also, I would say Master Mold Gauntlet and who was it? Gravity Feed Doctor Strange, and also Master Mold and Gizmo. Definitely Master Mold and Gizmo. You're giving up protection from the Infinity Gauntlet, but I think you can get a utility belt on there. Maybe, yeah, you can get a utility belt on there, and just like let them have it. And do the same thing you do with Darkseid, and except Gizmo's giving you Psychic Blast. Woohoo! Hey, buddy, I need special powers. Okay, cool. Psychic Blast. Okay. Hey, buddy, I took damage. I'm Gizmo. I got the stuff you need here, Jack. I got a heavy. Oh, a heavy, buddy? What's that do? Oh, man, that heavy allows me to heal you. Master Mold, don't you know that? I'm a great mechanic. Oh, buddy, you the greatest. My next show needs to be like Dark Logo's Epic Fun Puppet Time. And I need to have like something. I need to learn how to puppeteer. That's what's up. All right. All right. That's we're going to wrap things up. I've ranted and raved too much. Sort of sad that as soon as I fell in love with the extremist brutes, they fell out of favor. Anyway, hit me up at Starting Over Podcast. Startingoverpodcast at gmail.com. That's startingoverpodcast at gmail.com. If you wish to opine, keep it piffy, keep it long, let me know what's up. What's going on in your local venue? How is Fear itself and all the other massive events weighed on your venue? Do they feel like the tired masses yearning to be free? Or do they feel like they're part of the heroclix revolution? Let me know. That's sort of my question on the top of my head right now. The second question is, if you knew a team that would go 50-50 with the Justice League, almost every game, you had a 50-50 chance against the Justice League and other teams, would you tell the masses? Or would you keep it to yourself and hoping that they nerf the fire out of team bases? Let me know. Let me know. That's the topic bubbling in my brain. Also, if you're able to compress such complex, and again, I said complex again, philosophical musings on Twitter, you can hit me up at StartOverPod. That's at StartOverPod. And let me know. Also, bug the heck out of Push the Region and tell them that Starting Over Podcast sent you. Just because I like to bug them. Anyway, and last but not least, check out the blog. It's updated every Monday, Wednesday, weekend-ish. Yeah, sometimes it's like late Sunday some days. So you'll get more of my personal musing, some things in detail, some things that will just never be on the show that I was like, yeah, let's talk about this. Yeah. Also, if you are into video games, PS3, PS4, or Xbox One, I hate to say it, but Sony may have gotten me back. They may have gotten me back. Last generation, Xbox 360 got me because they were cheaper and they got Tekken and Street Fighter on their platform. And that was exclusive, almost exclusive to PlayStation. You weren't going to play that stuff on an Xbox. But now, they got me. They told me like, hey, $300. That camera stuff is sold separately, and guess what, man? You can buy, sell, used games. So, ooh, that's sort of tingling. That's like, ooh, PlayStation. Man, you got me itching. I don't know if I'm gonna feed my digital crack from now on. Ooh, you and my Steam dealer are fighting hard for my money, but ooh, man, that PS4, that looks pretty good. All right, that's it. I know we bombarding you, or I am bombarding you with shows because it's summertime and things are heating up. So, I will check you later, and remember, we all have to start over sometime.
comic books, figures on the wall. She's into looking good, Vicky C's got a law. And she loves my flaws, yeah, she's not ashamed. I'm a Peter Parker, she's my Mary Jane. She's my Mary Jane, she's my Mary Jane. She's my Mary Jane, she's my Mary Jane. She's my Mary Jane, she's my Mary Jane. I'm a Peter Parker, she's my Mary Jane.
I'm a big nerd around her, but she's cool around me. Never knew how she found me. Electric, but she grounds me. And she loves my flaws, she accepts them all. When the darkness comes, I will get the call.
I will swing down the city.